it's Jenny Jan the Plant Friend. I'm coming to you with a video on just some updates in the plant studio, on how some of the plants are doing. So we're going to just kind of walk around today and show you some of the plants and how they're doing. If this is your first time joining me, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are a returning supporter, I really appreciate you, as I say all the time, and I truly do. So thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first area that we're going to start with, excuse my voice, is the shelf that is behind me when I'm filming. Typically this is the area that I film from. Every now and then I switch it up a little bit, but we're just going to start with this top shelf. I've been doing I'm moving some plants around as things outgrow their space. I did some up potting. This Florida Beauty, I don't know what's happening. This leaf is struggling. I got to check for pests because it never unfurled. This is a new leaf that came when I transferred the propagation, so she's doing okay. And of course you guys always see my little wig head behind me. Her name is Keisha. She is doing fine. Her hair continues to grow. That's a Skimdactis silver and it's so big now I had to repot that guy. And then of course behind me, my very large, behind her is my very large Skimdactis. Well, I thought it was an exotica. That's what it was sold to me as, but I've been told that it's silver splash or something like that. But whatever it is, she is beautiful and she is growing. She is under grow lights. Also, she gets a little bit of ambient light from the window there. I have my Monstera Peru here that's doing good. She just put out this long runner, but before that she was putting out great leaves. I know that this is something that this plant is known for, putting out these runners, and here's another one. And so we'll probably just clip the runners off or whatever, but she's doing good. So we're just going to go straight across the top shelf and then we'll go to the next shelf level down. So here we have the monkey tail cactus. This guy's putting out 2 new pups here and here. I don't want to stick myself. They're not too hard, but they're a little sticky there. But these have been growing. Everything's growing, just not very thick. Kind of growing, just kind of skinny there, like that. But behind her is my. I'm trying to see if I saw bugs or something on this guy. I don't know. We'll have to check her out in a minute because something's going on there. This is my Monstera standeliana, and this guy just continues to grow very strong. She's traveling up, 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 up there. And so I've propagated her, and then I've gotten this new shoot that's come out. So she's got a lot going on there. But we will, I'll take her down, and I need to check the roots and probably propagate this guy, but we'll check her out. Next to her I have my painted lady. I did move her back in the room. She was on another shelf. She was actually quarantined because she had thrifts, and so she was quarantined for a couple months, but she's back in the plant room. Behind her is my new melanochrysum. I've only had this guy maybe a month, not even quite a month yet. She's about to put out a new leaf there at the very, very top. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, so she's hanging out under the grow light. And then this is my Hoya Crimson Princess that recently bloomed. If you follow me on Instagram, I put it up, and so the blooms are closing back up now, so they're going to fall off soon. And this peduncle just sort of dried up. The never really opened up here. But that doesn't mean it won't rebloom, so you never cut your peduncles off, you just sort of leave them. But that's her. And then behind her, not to hide my guy back there, but that's my Monstera Peru. Yes. And so she's growing up this, and I did buy a new pole for her, actually a new plank for her that I'll be potting on in my next plant care video. I'll be extending her her plank, because as long as she has something to grow up on, she continues to put out new leaves. So I need to take care of that. And then next, come down on this shelf. This is my Hoya Sunrise, and she was in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, and I brought her out because I just wanted to see if she would do better. She was not struggling. She was doing okay, putting out new growth, but I just wanted some of the sun stressing to happen, and I don't know if I have enough lighting in the IKEA cabinet. She was in the Detolf cabinet in the kitchen area, so I brought her out, and already I've gotten some new leaves and some sun stressing, so that's what I was trying to accomplish. Behind her is my little, I'm not sure, this is a plant that I grew from a wet stick, and you love it when you grow a wet stick and they really take off, and so I don't know what this is yet. I've yet to identify this plant, but love her just the same. And in front of her is my new, this is a new plant to my collection. This is a, I'll have to put the name, I always forget what this is, but I'll put the name on the screen. It looks like a palmamii, but it's not. It also looks like a mamii, but it's not. It's, I'll put the name on the screen. But she's new to my collection. I've had her for about a month now. Behind her, my old faithful Chinese evergreen. This guy's been with me since I started in 2020, so I love her. The leaves are a lot smaller, so I'm recently changing my nutrient solution. She is in leca, and I love her in leca, so I'll leave her there, but I'm going to change the solution, so that should help her there. And then next to her is my huge Rhaphidophora decursifer. This guy, I don't know if you guys can see it, but she wraps around, all the way around the pot. So I'm air layering, because as soon as she grows in roots, I'm going to cut at each node and leaf, and then I'm going to repot it into the plant and make a fuller plant. But she's doing pretty well. She put out this really large leaf. She put out this one recently, and so she's doing well, but I just need to kind of control this situation. Next to her, I have my Jose Bono, which I love. This was a wish list plant. Got her, put her up on this moss pole. She's been doing great. Just put out this new leaf, beautiful variegation and foliage, and now she's putting out a new one for me, so I'm happy about that. She's in pond, and she's also in a self-watering pot, so she's doing well. Next to her, I have my this one's been with me for a while too. Started out very small. I'll try to find some footage from when I first got this. This is my variegated Wayetii, and she's doing well, growing. I think it's time to up pot her, but she hasn't bloomed or anything, but we're hopeful. Behind her is a propagation of my pubicalix. Now this guy, it's just taking off. Love it. She's in leca. This guy's in pond, by the way. The Wayetii is in, actually she's in leca as well. Most of the early plants I was using leca, so they'll be, yeah, this one's been with me for a while as well. Underneath there, I have my Scamdactys tribii black. She's growing, loving life in this corner back here. She has grow light going there. This is another Aglaonema. White Rain, I think this one is called, and she just put out a new pup this year. Look at that, look at that, look at that. So we love new growth. We love to see. She lost a bunch of leaves, and I wasn't sure what was going on with her, but then all of a sudden she started putting out pups, and so the white stuff that you see sprinkled is something that is called off with your head bugs. So I'm trying to control the fungus, gnats, and things like that. Next to her, I have my Chinese evergreen. Oh no, not Chinese evergreen. What am I saying? This is my Peperomioides, which I thought was not doing well, and then she started putting out all of these pups. Look at there, and just growing crazy. This is the second one. I have two of the. Well, I actually have three because I propagated this guy. I've given some away, but that's her. And then next to her is my very large Syngonium albo variegata that I have propagated several times and given away. I actually traded some when I went to the Georgia Plant and Trade this last month, but she is doing well on a moss pole. I've extended the moss pole a couple times, but I'll probably cut her back again. And then next to that, I have, this is my little Peperomia Hope. every time I think this guy is gone, she comes back. So, but she's doing okay in this. She's in LECA, and she too has been with me since 2020. Here, this is my new raindrop peperomia, which I need to water. I can tell that I need to water her. This is my Hoya multiflora, I think this one is called. She was in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, just not doing very much, so I brought her out. I'm trying to give her different lighting, different situation, and see if, you know, if she improves or if things start to take off there. So we'll go to the next shelf down, and we have my I forget the name of this one. This is called a fern leaf cactus, and it's doing pretty good. She's in terracotta, but I have her in a white outer pot. This is some propagation of my Brantianum, which is not doing well, as you guys can see. But, you know, you have to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you can't just always show good. I'll take out whatever will make it, and we'll transfer that to the mother plant. Behind her is my, this is my Syngonium Jade. I thought this was something different, but it says Syngonium Jade. But I love the variegation on this guy. Hanging in there is all I can say with that one. Next to this is my Philodendron Macaulay something it is. I have to, I'll find the name and put that on the screen as well. Then this is my original, which is not doing well either, but she's just maintaining. I don't really know what's going on with that guy. I don't know if the nodes are spent or what, but this is a Gloriosum. This is actually the original stump, but I'll show you what propagation just took off. But this guy is just, I don't know. Behind her is my I can't remember the name of these plants. Anyway, she's doing okay. Thought she was gone. She just made a comeback. Next to her, I'm not sure the name of this guy either. I'll find the name and put it on the screen. Doing well. And so let's just keep going here. I have my Hoya Super Silver. I just up potted this in a recent video, and moved her and put her under a grow light. She's in a self-watering pot. She is in pond. Seem to be doing okay. I'll take her down in case I need to give her some attention. And over here, this is my Dracaena. This guy has been with me since 2020 as well, doing very well. She's in LECA. Up above is my Beatii, which just maintaining at this point. She's fairly new to my collection since this year. Next to her, I have my Perticii, which this guy is dry again. I have to check on her, but she's doing good with the black trim leaves. I don't know if you guys can pick up that variegation, but I know she's in soil, and I just got her less than a month ago as well. I did do a propagation recently. Iffy Plants was in town. My plant friend from San Antonio, she was in town, and I did do a propagation of this guy. But I'm going to leave her down for plant care as well, so I can just make sure she's not just in moss, and I need to up pot her. But let's keep going. So updates on my this is one of my little propagation area, and so I have my Philodendron White Princess. She's doing better. Smaller leaves, but she is growing. She's gotten like 4 new leaves here. This is the one with the brown spot. It's the older leaf that's probably dying off, but as long as she does her job, we're good with that. She's in pond, and she's on a heat mat and doing well since I put her on this heat mat. I love this little leaf. It's small, but it's beautiful. Look at the white variegation on that. And then next to that, I have a little propagation of the Super Silver. When I potted her up, this little guy came loose, and I just put her in some water and just rooting her, and then I'll have a separate plant there. This is my Hoya Carrii that was struggling, and I just clipped her off for some security, and then look at all those roots in that glass. I think you guys can see that on the camera. But she's doing good. She's also on the heat mat. These are my Linearis propagation. The roots are coming in slow, but they are coming. And so we're going to leave her there. Now, this little guy here is my I'm trying to try not to take her out of here, but this is my Warqueenum. That beautiful big Warqueenum that I had all but died off. There's 2 stumps in here. They have 2 growth points. There's one, and then this leaf that it just put out. So I'm hopeful to have a nice big Warqueenum one day from this guy. So hopefully I'll be able to update you guys. And then this is Old Faithful Thai Constellation back here. Let me pick her out. And I put her in moss. Look at that nice big root there. I've struggled with this plant. This is the one that my husband gave me. And you guys have followed my journey. If you followed me at all, you've seen my journey with this guy. Well, all of the original leaves have died off. And these are the newer leaves that's come in my care. And then we have this guy coming in. I don't really see fenestrations yet, but she hasn't completely unfurled. But she's doing okay on the heat mat and in the moss since I put her in the moss. She seems to be doing better. So hopefully she's going to perk up some. So that's that. And then my elbow cutting, I took it to another room, so we'll show you that guy later. But here, this is my Hoya Corona Black, and the leaves are very dark. But she's doing good. She's getting ambient light. She's not getting a lot of light, but she's doing well there. Then here, another Silver Ann. This one is in Leca. And then I have some propagations going on down there. My Dracaena back there, I think this is the Starfish one. And then here is this is the mother plant, Pubicalyx. Still hasn't flowered yet. She's just massive, just doing her thing under the, she is under the Soltech Solution grow light. So, and that's new to that area, but she was under a grow light the whole time, but just new to this in the last couple months. And then in the middle here, I have my large Philodendron Burley Mark. This is the original green one version, and doing okay. Just doing okay. I've propagated this guy a couple times, and she probably needs to be up potted. I'll give her some attention later as well. Next to her, I have my Cebu Blue, Pothos, which is doing well. She's trailing all over the place. I just keep adding, recirculating her trails. And then I have my Jade plant here, which was very huge and then all but died off, but this little piece, and the leaves were huge like this, and then now I just get these smaller ones, but I still love her. I love her in this position here. Next to her, I have my, what is this? Micans, my Philodendron Micans, and she's doing well. She is sun stressing a bit there, and she is in Leca as well. Next to her, I have my Hoya linearis, and I'm going to be adding the cuttings that I have back into here. But right here, I have my Hei. This is my, Rhaphidophora Hei is what this is called, and she's growing up on this plank, which I probably need to extend, but she is growing up on the plank. Next here we have on the plant shelf here, we have my Hoya, and I don't remember the name of this one. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'll find the name and put it on the screen. Nice, beautiful new leaf. It's a large leaf Hoya, and she's doing well here. Then next to her, I have my Pink Princess Propagation. Well, she's not a propagation anymore. She's a plant, but no, she's reverted. And I am, just FYI, I'm considering selling one of the, I have 2 that have reverted. And so if you guys are interested, DM me or leave a comment in the message, because I'm thinking I'm going to sell one of these guys. I have 3 of them. And in the back there, this is my Philodendron Florida. I recently, in a video, up-potted her, and she's doing well, about to put out a new leaf on that growth point there. I have my fishtail cactus there. In the back, I have my, which is doing some really funky things. I've got to take her down and check her out. This is my Philodendron Burley Mark Fantasy. This is one of the ones that I have. Let's just move this for a second. And so the larger leaves are at the bottom. These are the original leaves. And then I'm getting these really wonky, funky deals up here. So I'll take her down and figure out what's going on with her. Behind me, behind there, I have my Hoya Hoya australis, not the Lisa, but australis. And in front of her, I have my Crimson Princess, Hoya Crimson Princess. This peduncle bloomed beautifully for me earlier. And then there's another peduncle on the side. She bloomed like 4 times, so she did her job. There's my huge Philodendron Micans, and she's been with me since 2021, it looks like the sign says. And then, so let's just finish this shelf off. We have, this is a tricolor. Hoya tricolor is what this is called. The leaves come in very pink and then fade to green or with a little speck of white. Behind there, that's my, oh my goodness, that's my, let's slide this out of the way for a second. She looks like she needs watering or something. Let me pull her out so I can tend to her. Well, I'll get her in a minute. But that's my Rhiphidophora tetrasperma that I made the mistake of cutting down. But she's making a comeback, guys. Don't give up on your plants. She was with me since 2020. She had this huge stalk. I cut her the wrong way, and now I'm putting her back there. She's drying out, so I need to pull her out. So let's just pause this for a second so I can pull her out and give her some attention. There we go. And so next to her, this is my pubicalyx, purple something. But see how the leaves come out very dark? I don't know if you can pick it up. There we go. And purple, and then they fade to green. This I got in a mystery Hoya pack. And so I was about to give it away because I didn't know what it was, and then so I'm glad I did not. Here, and this is beautiful. They were so bright and pink, and now they're starting to fade to white, and I don't really know what happens to these guys after that, but this is a Crimson Princess as well. Yes, this is the princess. You know, I still get that mixed up, but yeah, but that's what that is. And then in the back, another Pepidomoides back there, doing well. I need to check the watering on her as well. This rickrack cactus has struggled, but she's hanging in there. I need to check the watering level and maybe go through and find out what's good and what's bad and pull things out of there, but we'll see. This is my prayer plant, which this guy probably needs watering too, so we're gonna go through all of the plants in here afterwards. This is one of my original Birkins, just continues to hang in there and does well. Gonna water her as well. Here is the second Burley Marks Fantasy here, and yeah, so that's her. Her leaves are not as small and wonky as the other one, but they are interesting. And I did take a cutting from this guy, so we'll see. And I guess we'll just go through the IKEA greenhouse cabinet without opening it. Well, maybe we'll open it. Whoa! Sorry. Okay, so in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, these are some fairly new plants to my collection. I have my Hoya australis Lisa. I have this is my Maharati, I think this one is. And yes, this is Alocasia Maharati. I thought it had all but died. It got down to the one leaf, and I was just content with that one leaf, being in the one leaf club. But then she just put out this beautiful new leaf. So see, that's why you just never know. Matter of fact, I'm doing a plant. I'm going to do a video on plants that you thought were dead but survived, and she'll be included in that. This is some of the buzz from her, and as you can see, not doing well. We'll do something with that. This little cute guy here is my Hoya Serpents, and she loves the cabinet. She's given 2 new leaves there. She's got 2 more coming, and look at the tiniest peduncle. Let's see if we can find it there. I can't focus in. There we go. That tiny little peduncle there. And then she has another one here. They did not bloom, but they're there. And so she's loving the cabinet here. This is a, it's not dry so good. I need to check it because I don't know, it may be gone. This one, it was so unfortunate because this was a wish list plant and it came, we'll tend to it in a minute. Next to her, this was definitely a wish list plant. I'm so excited about this guy. This is my Hoya Sarawak, and she is just doing fabulous in the cabinet. And so she is in pawn, and I am loving this guy. This is, she's just put out this new leaf here, so we're excited about that. This is my Hoya Kadada, and this guy put out 2 new leaves there. They have the fuzzy leaves, and she's in soil for now. Let's put her there. And so that's what's at the top. And then down here I have my Hoya fishtail. This guy, I just trellised her up because, and I think I need to do something else because, like, maybe bring this down some. But she's doing well. She's in leca, as you can see. This is one of my Codex plants, and I'm not sure this guy, I don't know. That's just all I know on that one. This one has never really done well for me. I've tried several different mediums, and this is the Exotica. This is Erectica. This is the one that I really wanted to take off, and because I see the beautiful blooms that everybody have, but right now she seems a little wet. I did water her yesterday. She's in leca. I mean, she's in pond now. She's been in leca. She's been in soil. I don't know. But now this guy just really took off, and not just took off, but showed off. I need to water her as well. She bloomed for me this year. And look at the fuzzy petioles. She just, now while I was up potting her, I did break off a piece, and I just put it in this. I don't think anything is happening here. I just put it in this because I didn't want to get rid of it, and I put it in that little water dish, which I need to fill up, but we'll take care of that. Down here I have my, this is new to my collection. I just got it at the Georgia Plant and Trade. But this is a Alocasia dragon scale. Isn't that beautiful? And that new leaf, they come in bright green and then they fade to the darker color. And so she's doing good in the cabinet. Now this one was a little bit of a disappointment because I was told it was one thing and I got it home and realized that it was something else, which is a Standeliana. This one is also probably going to be for sale because I have a huge Standeliana and trailing, so we'll see. But next to her I have my other Codex plant. I forget the name of this one, but she is doing well, and yeah, so that's her. Oh God. Okay, and then on the top of the cabinet, this is a, I forget the name of this one, but she grows really wonky. And then I have my little Propagation here, which needs to be watered, of my, I'm just losing the thoughts of these plants. But yeah, I propagated this guy, wasn't doing anything. I just continued to water it, and then I put her under this grow light, and then she started to take off. So there you go. And then same thing with this guy. Just a little propagation of my rickrack cactus, and I know she's not looking very well in there, but she's hanging in there. My Chinese money tree, there is, well, I need to up pot this guy too. But yeah, she's been with me for a while. She had 3 stalks, she's down to 2, but she's hanging in there. And this guy just really blew my mind this year. So proud of her. This is my Hoya Carnosa compactor, and she bloomed for me this year. The blooms opened up. That's one. Now these blooms have not, but this is what it looks like right before they're going to open. And there are only 2 blooms that I can see. I didn't see any peduncles. I didn't even know, but I'm going to tell you something that happened. I accidentally let this guy dry out, and I did not realized that, and when I took her down and watered her, then the next week the peduncles came. I don't know, but I do spritz these guys with the orchid mist. So next to her I have my Syngonium Propagation. Here's another set of Syngonium Propagations that are about to be ready to be potted up. That yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with these guys, but maybe add it back to the mother plant, which is, this is the second one, Syngonium albo, that I have. But yeah, so this is a propagation. Behind there I have my Hoya Sweetheart Carrii variegata, not very variegated, but you can see there's a slight variegation on that leaf. But she put out this huge new runner here that's crawling up. Let me get there. And so, but she's happy. She's in pond, self-watering pot, doing well. This guy just really surprised me, just shocked me to no ends. And this is my Burley Marks Burley Marks variegata, and continues to put out beautiful variegation. This is one that my husband bought me, so of course you guys know how sentimental these are to me, any plants that he bought me. And so it was just a 2-leaf cutting when he got it for me last December, and as you can see, she is not a 2-leaf cutting, but she's doing well, and she is under the Soltech Solution Aspect lighting. And then next to her, this is a cutting of my Hoya australis, and she's about to outgrow the mother plant as well. Behind her I have my Hoya macrophylla, which just put out a new leaf here. The leaves come in very tiny, and then they stretch out to here. And this leaf, fully yellow, I'm not sure what that's about, but she bloomed for me earlier this year only once. She only bloomed once, and I wasn't sure about that. But she has a lot of sap, and I don't know. But she continues to put out new leaves, and she continues to grow, so we're happy. Another rickrack or fishtail cactus, not really sure which one the name that one is. Next to that, I have my Hoya retusa. This guy just really shocked me. I can't wait for her to bloom. I mean, she starts here and goes all the way down to there. Next to her, this is the other Pink Princess, reverted Pink Princess cutting that I was talking about. Beautiful plant, and so, but I have so many now that I'm thinking about possibly selling. We'll talk. And then next to that, I have my this is El Chaco Red, struggling El Chaco Red. Not real sure what's happening with this guy. I didn't see any pests. Lots of leaves. I put her in moss, just trying to revive her, and I just don't know. I don't know. I sort of want to just cut her off and put her in water and leave the, I don't know. We'll figure that out. We're going to have to do something with that. This is my philodendron, is it palmamii? And yeah, so this leaf is yellowing, but she's put out all of this. I'm going to propagate her. I'm air layering her right now because she's a crawler and she's out of the pot, and I just want to kind of contain some of this. This is the most recent leaf here, a little smaller than the ones that she was putting out before, but it hasn't hardened off yet, so maybe it's not done. So that's that. And then we're about to finish up here. Okay guys, well that concludes this video for today of my plant room tour slash update. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I did have some technical difficulties and had to stop abruptly. My camera ran hot, so I had to turn it off. But the video is already quite long. These house tours, it's hard to shorten them. But anyway, so we'll do another room, maybe in a week or so. We'll do the living room plants, and we'll just split it up like that as opposed to doing the entire house. That's just too long. And maybe we won't go through every plant, but we will go through those that have significant changes or whatever. So again, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment at the bottom. Check me out on Instagram. I am on Instagram at Jenny Jen the Plant Friend, and I do have a giveaway that I will be announcing soon. So it's a Syngonium albo
It's a cutting, a 2 branch cutting, so it has about 4 or 5 leaves on it. So, but yeah, so check me out over there, and yeah, so we will. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, guys, take care, and we'll see you then. Bye.